of interest, currently located in the central Caribbean Sea, has a high chance of development over the next few days as it proceeds towards the west-northwest through the western Caribbean Sea and then probably into the Gulf of Mexico. Currently 14.4 degrees north, 75.1 degrees west, puts it southeast of Jamaica with 30 mph winds and 1008 millibars, currently rather sedate. An area of interest moving northwest at about 28 mph. It will slow down if it gets itself sorted. So here it is right now, as of 3 p.m. Eastern Time this August 25th. It's something to watch out for over the next few days as models are starting to turn pretty aggressive on its formation. Could be a threat to the Yucatan first of all, and then potentially a significant Gulf threat. Currently 262 miles from Kingston, 516 from Grand Cayman, 899 from Cancun, and still a massive 1428 from New Orleans. But in 6 days' time it could be arriving on the shores of the United States, possibly in Texas or Louisiana. And that's something that we'll be watching very closely over the coming days as it draws nearer. In the meantime though, no warnings out there just yet. Obviously it hasn't developed, but it could happen fairly soon. It's that time of year where things can happen pretty quickly. There it is right now, our current estimate backed by latest ASCAT imagery, only a partial pass earlier today, getting 25 knots, which is 30 mph. National Hurricane Center have it at 80% over the next 5 days, and there they have its probable track. Of course it can go anywhere within that cone. If it does make landfall on the Yucatan, of course, that will favour a weaker and a more southerly storm. If it trends further north, the storm could really blow up when it enters the Gulf of Mexico, as many model ensembles on the GFS are currently stating, about a quarter of them actually, calling for this storm to be a major hurricane already. Now, of course, that still means that 3/4 say no, but at this early stage on day 6, that is quite a staggering amount of confidence if you ask me. So this is what the GFS parent model is saying. It's calling for a major hurricane landfall there in western Louisiana after clipping the Yucatan Peninsula on around day 3 and then moving up through the Gulf of Mexico and rapidly intensifying as we get towards day 5 and 6. Rainfall expectations will also be very high as the storm moves through that area. If it happens in this way, of course, things can still change quite dramatically before then. But if this does turn out to verify and become a massive hurricane there, it could deliver massive amounts of rain as well. Sea surface temperatures certainly aren't going to stop it though. Ahead of it right now, temperatures around 27 degrees at a minimum. When it enters the Gulf, sea surface temperatures will warm even more to 30 degrees and possibly even higher. Right up to the Gulf Coast, still around 29 degrees Celsius, so temperatures will be very favourable. Models haven't really picked up on it properly yet. You'll probably see some big changes here when we get later on. Certainly the models that RAM uses on this current interface. Of course, the models do pick it up, but they haven't assigned it to the actual invest yet on some occasions, so we don't actually have the graphics to support that just yet. But when you look at the models in isolation, then you'll see that most of them have this system developing in the Gulf. The Icon, the CMC, the ECMWF all have it. Here's latest satellite imagery showing the infrared on top of the true color imagery, fantastic, from GOES 16 there, showing the storm starting to get itself together a little bit. On raw visible you'll see a little bit more rotation, but this is the water vapor, still some dry air in the region towards the northwest, but the system itself is producing a good chunk of moisture, and we'll be looking out for its development probably in about 2 days time as it moves towards the western Caribbean.